Grand opening of a new venue, a new name of a venue that people are pretty familiar with.
That's right. Even the Des Moines Register has a full page in Iowa Life. Lefty brings live music back to the Drake area. Can't miss that, folks. But of course, we have the people making it happen here with us this morning.
Eric Brown and Matthew in the studio with us as they are bringing life back to this venue. Boy, this has been a long time coming. Thank you for doing this, by the way.
Thank the community for being in a position for us to do it. I mean, it's the community support that makes it happen for us. So if the music wasn't here and great musicians like those guys, we couldn't do it.
Now, maybe some people are watching now, they're not familiar with the location that Lefty's is going to be at.
It's the old Safari Club, Harry Mary's, 2307 University. So real easy to find, right in Dogtown. Used to be music and vibrant, and so we're just the next step there.
And this is pretty special too, having all these different type of bands that are going to be welcome to come through your doors, aren't they?
That's right. Yep. We will make a home for many different genres, everything from the rock you'll see with these guys today down to, you know, country or hip hop or Americana, kind of the Iowa sound of rockabilly and bluesy type stuff.
I see the blues coming later on, so it's going to be very fun. So how massive a project was this to get this all put back together?
I'm still tired.
Are you? How long did it take?
We were about 11 months into it, so it seemed kind of quick in the turnaround. It's like anything, you look back on it and go, man, it was pretty fast. But it was all day, every day for 11 months of just planning and thinking and touching every little detail and retouching it just to make it exactly what we want it to be. So we've just been very lucky with the support from the community.
As I say, the best compliment I've heard of you two so far is that they didn't just want to do this project, they wanted to do it right.
Yes.
So you're making sure you've dotted every I and crossed every T to make sure this is a fantastic spot that opens in our area.
Absolutely. Yeah, we really wanted our eye on the details from everything from the sound system and making sure we had a room that provided the best listening experience that we could, and on the flip side, the best experience for the artists too, because the better they feel, the better they play, the better time the
No, for us old folks, is this going to remind us of Harry Mary's or Safari, or is it going to have its own little personality?
It's got its own personality. Like, the venue's named after Ann's dog, Lefty, so he's very personable, and he's got his own thing, and we kind of took that and played on that. So, yeah, it has its own life, definitely, but there's still feelings of those old places when you walk in that room, and the stories that we get are just phenomenal. Like, oh, I was here when I was 15, not supposed to be, but it's my first music experiences. So,
well, you know, especially Harry Mary's, some of the bigger bands that people are familiar with now, you know, played that venue. You know, we're talking major league bands.
Dave Matthews and Tenacious D. And
really?
Yeah, it's crazy when you look through the laundry list of it.
Wow. So just kind of recreating a hot music spot here in the Metro.
Absolutely.
That is cool. And we're gonna crank up the tunes here in just a matter of seconds. You guys are gonna crank up the tunes for the grand opening. Unchained gonna be there. Matt, how you doing, man?
Going good.
You going good? You all primed and ready for this weekend?
Absolutely.
All right, now we need to introduce the band to everybody so we know who the players are on our scorecard. So tell us who the members of the band are.
All right. Well, Matt Nyberg playing the part of Lane Staley from the great Alice in Chains. Over here. Oh, that's right. You don't have the mic.
No, you have to tell us who everybody is.
We got Mike Ruby on guitar. We got Rich Cantrell over here on the bass. Over here, this fine gentleman, Brian Griffith, playing guitar. And back, Jay Corlano, playing the drums.
There you
go.
All right, well, we cannot wait for you guys to make a little noise. We want to wake up the building. Do you guys think you can handle that?
I think we're pretty good at that.
All right,
pretty good at
gentlemen, Alice Unchained on Great Day. Know me. Lefty's grand opening, folks, coming up this weekend, and you got a special presentation tonight.
Yes.
David's going to be there, right?
David Zolo and the Body Electric. What a fantastic. And then Joe and Vicky Price and King of the Tramp. So
wow. That's a heck of a show.
Yes.
And then tomorrow night is when you can see Unchained. They're going to be performing the album Dirt, which is awesome.
My favorite.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you're singing along. You're
I know.
playing and you're singing.
I was in the show, yes.
So this is the official grand opening.
This
so we
is
are
the
saying we are here, we are now, let's do it.
Big hurrah.
So is Lefty going to make an appearance at all?
Lefty will probably wander through.
Okay.
You know,
I'm
couple times.
gonna
Gets
come
a little
over.
loud in there for him, but
Yeah,
he's got
when the band's
some
are playing.
earmuffs now that he.
Yeah, he's got his
That is
sound
cool.
earmuffs.
What kind of dog is Lefty?
He's kind of a mutt. He's Beagle and German Shorthair Pointer.
Okay,
And he's
cool.
a tripod, if you didn't tell from the logo. A little Band-Aid on it.
Oh, really? Okay,
missing
I'm going to have to
his
go over and
Lefty.
meet him.
He is, yeah.
So people, obviously, they're becoming very aware of what's going on over in the Drake neighborhood with this new music location. How can we stay on top of what's going on? Because I'm assuming things are going to be happening besides just on the weekend.
Yes, it's we're trying to populate Thursdays through Sundays.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Big heavies. And leftyslivemusic.com.
Okay.
Plug, you can go there. All of our shows are there. It's real simple, easy to navigate. So, yeah, and we're staying in the press. We want to be constantly focused on getting that stuff out in front of people, saying there's shows and they're great and they're local, and so yeah.
There you go.
That is great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
and
Yeah,
on behalf
thank you
of
guys
the
for
music
everything you've been
lovers.
doing. I hear you've been working hard, so hopefully it's going to make it worth it here.
Yes.
Yeah, on behalf of all the music lovers in Central Iowa, thank you so much for bringing this venue back to life.
Thank you.
It is awesome. Thanks for being here. All right, Unchained, you guys aren't done yet. We're gonna have to milk you for one more song. Carolano, it's gonna be 70 and 80 degrees. What do you have a hat on for? The drummer has a hat on, like you're not working out hard enough, and you got a hat on. Jay, there's something wrong with this kid. He plays drums pretty darn good. But Unchained, can you guys take us into commercial break?
Yep.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, guys. Have fun. You're watching Great Day live on KCWI.